everyone. Welcome to the module of Translation of English for Science and Technology. And in today's session, we will give a brief introduction to it. First of all, let's have a look at its general survey. English for Science and Technology, abbreviated to EST, is one kind of English for special or specific purposes, abbreviated to ESP. EST describes scientific and technical matters. It is a quick and convenient means of communication to exchange news of, information and ideas on science and technology. EST first established and developed in the United Kingdom in the middle of the 20th century. EST research centers had been setting up in the United Kingdom and some Western European countries by 1980s. EST as an independent subject or discipline has been developed from 1980s in China. EST has evolved into its own distinctive features in style, vocabulary, and linguistic rules. Okay, after we got a general survey of EST, let's discuss the features of EST vocabulary. In general, EST vocabulary is divided into three classes. They are common words, semi-technical words, and terminology or technical words. You can see the table for examples of these classes of vocabulary. This table is about common words. Next is about semi-technical words. Next is about technical words. From the table, you may have a brief idea about what are three classes of vocabulary in EST. Next, we will discuss the features of EST vocabulary. In EST language, there is a common use of terminology or technical words. Most technical words, perhaps 70%, are from Latin and Greek. They are difficult to read and memorize. They are unitary or monotonous in meaning and stable in usage. In EST language, another feature of EST vocabulary is the wide use of abbreviations. Why? Just to meet the requirements of conciseness and economy in EST. You can see examples as follows. DC, its full name is direct current, means 直流电. After talking about features of EST vocabulary, we come to explore features of EST grammar. First, extensive use of nominalization. In scientific writings, nominalization is often used in place of a sentence, which is clear, concise, compact, and information-intensive, in place of long clauses and sentences. Here is example 1. In example 1, of displays of water by solid bodies in the source text 1 is a nominalization, and that water is displaced by solid in the source text 2 is an appositive clause. In EST writing, ST1 is in preference to ST2 due to its use of the nominalization instead of the appositive clause in ST2, which confirms to the features of EST style. The second feature of EST grammar is the frequent use of present tenses. In EST, such tenses are commonly used as the present simple tense and the present perfect tense. The present tense is the most commonly used one. Please see the tense used in example 2. Have you noticed the tense used in example 2? Surely you know its tense is the simple present one and is also a passive voice. The wide use of passive voice is the third feature of EST grammar. Here, example 3 is given to indicate this feature. Okay, after you get a basic understanding of features of EST language, let's come to the criteria for EST translation. First, accuracy. Accuracy means that the translation should be faithful to the original contents and full information contained in the original text on the basis of a full understanding of the source text during the EST translation, which should be in conformity with the expression habits in the target language. Here, example 4 is given to indicate this criterion. Now, let's make comparison between the two translated versions in Chinese. In example 4, have you ever found which target text is more accurate? Yes, it is target text 2 that is more accurate than the target text 1. In Chinese, 电机 is a technical word having both the special meaning of a generator or electric motor and extensive meanings of any power-generating or power-driven machine and of electrical machinery in the same professional field of electricity industry. 汉语电机这个词是这个电力的专业术语，既有特指意义，又有泛指意义。特指意义是指发电机或电动机，又称为马达；泛指意义是指电机设备，任何产生和应用电能的机器。Therefore, electrical machines in the source text should imply the meaning in an extensive way and be translated into 电机设备, which is more accurate. Second, expressiveness. Expressiveness refers to that the translation should be not only expressive and easy to understand, but also in conformity with the grammatical structure and expression habits in the target language, and free from translation needs as well. Here, example 5 is given to indicate this criterion. Now, let's figure out again which translated version in Chinese in example 5 is more understandable and readable. Obviously, it is the target text 2 that is more expressive than the target text 1 without the translation needs. Third, conciseness. Conciseness means that the translation should be as brief as possible, keeping away from the use of empty and superfluous words and unnecessary repetitions so as to convey the full information in the original text effectively and efficiently into the target language. Let's think about example 6. Which Chinese version is more concise? Clearly, it is target text 2 that is more concise than target text 1 without the translation word by word. To sum up, during the process of ESD translation, we need bear its unique language features in mind, which also requires to use different translation skills. That is what we will discuss in the next sessions. Thank you. See you next time.